once you get to any number, the first number, then you hit this other button beside it, and that will screw everything up. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, welcome back. This may be the last episode of Quicksilver. So, in this episode, I'm going to install the old Meteor MPU. The new, updated Quicksilver ROMs. I'm going to actually try and move these displays up a little bit so they're centered. And some other various miscellaneous tweaks and adjustments. But first, as promised, also, my apron cards should have been here by now. I sent them a message. They said they're coming, and if not, they'll send me a new set. So, Upkick Pinball, that's where these are coming from. They should arrive soon. We need those, but like I said, let's first read some comments. Alright, here we go. Looks like we got 10 comments on the last episode, part 17. I haven't read these, haven't looked at them yet, so who knows what you shenaniganders are up to. Alright, we've got OG Shenanigander Damon Huffman says, man, this machine has come together. A new playfield one day will truly make this a masterpiece. Until then, enjoy playing the lep out of it. I mean, the heck out of it. Absolutely, dude. You just never know. Could get a new playfield one day, but I'm going to let this up for now and enjoy it as it is for sure. All right, we've got another OG Shenanigander. Chris McKinley, WMS Pins, says, great stuff. I really appreciate your calm, methodical approach to troubleshooting, and that back glass is beautiful. Great work. Yeah, that's one thing I've learned, brother, in this hobby is patience is key. You just gotta be slow and methodical, and you can't be like bouncing around all fast and furious because you end up just bonking your head. Trust me, I've learned that the hard way multiple times. Just gotta go slow and steady. Hey, we got Colks Pinball. He says, glad the wiring worked out for you. What I meant to say on my last comment, now edited, that I'm surprised that I didn't have a how-to video on my channel. Just had the clip I sent to David Yop. So yeah, Colk sent me a video of the wiring he was doing to help enable the 7 digits on his project that he made for David Yop of Yopsicle fame. And I actually did just check out Colk's channel today, where he was doing Stellar Wars playfield swap. Looks like he did a Galaxy swap as well. And yeah, that might be a channel. If you're into this kind of stuff, then you might be into Colks as well. So check that action out. On a side note, Twippies are happening. Apparently, I'm in a drop-down menu on a couple spots. The drop-down menu includes everyone under the sun, so, you know, I'll take that for what it is. But there's voting going on, and, you know, if you're a leper / shenanigander, you throw a vote my way if you want. I dig. I'm cool with that. Also, I was just talking yesterday with Jeffrey Jones, a definite non-leper. He is in the HEP realms of Restoration universe. And he's the one who created The Greatest Showman homebrew, where he won like a couple best in shows recently at Pinside, and maybe it was Chicago Pinball Expo possibly. Anyway, he's in a couple of drop-down menus too for like best homebrew, I think, at the very minimum. So, you know, throw a brother a vote his way as well if you like. Anyway, what do we got here? What do we got? We got Rena Towler Theum says, I would leave the wire in them just to make sure. And then he says, remove them. What are we talking about? Leave the wire in them just to make sure. It's not coming to me what we're referring to. Maybe it'll come to me as I'm processing the rest of these comments. Maybe it'll just pop into the old brain, but for now I'll throw that on the back burner because I'm not really sure what we're referring to there. We got Vince D. Spooky says, another great video as always, Mike. Just letting you know the characters on the drawing Tom made are from the book series Dogman. My sister is obsessed with that, with it, so that's how I recognize them. Okay. For a second there, I thought like you were the neighbor and you were explaining what your kid done on the drawing that I showed on the last video. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way my neighbors even probably know I have a pinball channel, so that would just be weird. But okay, so I got those drawings upstairs. I can't show again, but yeah, we gave the neighbors some gifts for Christmas, and they returned us a couple of cool little drawings as thank you notes. And so the character are from the book series Dogman. Okay, I haven't heard of that, but thank you. Good to know. Mark Jackson says, great work on the 7th digit on the displays. Back glass looks great. The end is in sight indeed. I still wonder if I literally just needed to change 2 wires on the MPU rather than the entire friggin' harness for the display, but that's how you lep things up. We got Pez Johnson. Hey, I saw your name in the drop-down box somewhere too, brother, so send a vote Pez's way as well. Let's click on Pez quickly here, because I think he's got 30 videos posted. Okay, so got some gameplay action. Very nice rig you got set up here. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so yeah, go check that out as well while you're at it. So Pez says, let's make sure I'm still focused here. This series nearly reached whitewater part totals. I know, right? Hi, everyone watching this video. Hope Mike picks the best AI automated response. Well, let's see. Both are kind of bad, but I'll pick this one. That is a great idea. I got to remember those AI generated responses. They're fun. And we got Pawsy2175 says, looks good. P.S. Canada can't stop sucking in period 3. Don't you know it? You must be Canadian as well. We got Bjorn Schilling says, now we wait for the Quicksilver tutorial on your beautiful machine. Have fun. Thanks, dude. That is AI generated, coming soon. Okay, so that was the comments for the evening, and now let's get to some action. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is pop in this old Meteor MPU and just see that it actually works properly. I'm not going to swap out the ROMs yet. In case this thing doesn't boot up properly, then I'll have done that unnecessarily. There has been some work done to the board. The button battery has been installed, but this does not look like Brent Butler, his handiwork, because he would have a sticker right here or on the battery, or no, I think somewhere right here that would say this type of battery that this is, CR 2025 or whatever. In this case, what is it? CR 2032, I believe. It would have been nice if it had passed through Brent's hands, then I would know that this thing would be pretty solid. But for now, I'm just going to pop this in as is. If it boots up and gives us our 7 bongs, then it'll be safe to go ahead and install the ROMs. All right, installation, commence. All right, got that just kind of hanging in there. Nothing shorting, so I shouldn't blow anything up. Let's see what happens. Ooh, that's loud. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We got a track mode. We got sound. What about displays? Got some garbage in the memory. Should we play a game of Quicksilver with Meteor sounds? think that's what's gonna happen here. Let's give her a try for fun. Ooh, that's quite the glare with all the back box LEDs. Okay, let's see what kind of fun sounds we can make here. Oh, okay, definitely need to add credits. That'll be our first sound. There's no free play option on these original boards. Okay, where is my switch? I'll just grab a screwdriver. It's easiest. We'll just jumper these tabs together. Hey, we got action. We'll leave the coin door open too, because then we can maybe hear the sounds better. Okay. Ready for some quick Meteor action? Here we go. Hitting the start button. Nothing's happening. WTF. Okay. Let's hit the test button. Oh, we're back to 6 digits. That makes sense. Okay, well, I don't know. Test seems to work fine, but for whatever reason, I just can't start a friggin' game, so we may have a problem. Tried this one last time. Maybe I need to clear the memory. Who knows what's going on here? But I don't think trying the same thing and expecting a different result is probably gonna work. You know what they call that, right? Lepsanity. No, okay. I can't start a game, so I'm not sure why, but I'm going to fuss about here for a bit and report back. Okay, I am a victim of myself yet again. By the way, I did install a piece of glass. I don't know if you noticed that. A brand new piece. So I just removed that for testing purposes and tweaking purposes. But Kevin built this cabinet so well and tightened it up and buttoned it up so beautifully that the glass is so tight to get in there. I kind of like had the glass hanging out about to here, and then I literally like cranked on it left to right just to kind of bend out the side blades, the side armor just a little bit, just to give me a little bit of room. And you know, I was able to do that, but once you get up here, it's like super tight. Anyway, glass has been installed, and I went to throw it in switch test, and I'm like, okay, the switches are working. Yeah, see that? And then I'm trying to hit my start button. It's not working. Then I remembered, oh yeah, I put this here. I was doing some testing, and now let's see if it works. Yep, I'm a victim of myself yet again. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, Meteor Silver, take 2. Oh, that was Kevin just texting me. Someone has offered me an NBA fast break and cash for my Avengers Infinity Quest. They're valuing it at approximately $6,500. And I said, I'm not too interested, but I'll see if Kevin is. Kevin is interested if it's like $4,500. But if it's $4,500, then I'm interested myself. So anyway, that's what that was all about. Now, oh, what does he say? Finally got my Cactus Canyon and Whitewater decals. Oh, okay. So he's going to be restoring the original Cactus Canyon soon, his Whitewater, and I imagine the Judge Dredd in the near future that he just picked up. So stay tuned for that action. I'm going to hit the start button now and see if it works. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. It's fun in a way. I'm gonna burn out my coils, but okay. That's how you play Meteor Silver. Yeah, so Quicksilver doesn't like to operate on Meteor code. It's like the solenoids were acting up in place of... Why would the solenoids do that? I don't know. Some address lines and who knows, some electronic mumbo jumbo that I don't understand. But anyway, I'm going to swap out these ROMs. They're nicely labeled. U1, U2, U5, and U6. And look at this. U1, 2, 5, and 6. I know where everything goes. I just gotta manage to pull that off without breaking any legs. Okay, don't mind my dryer, which sounds like a friggin' Harrier jet right now. But I almost friggin' did it. Look at this. I was about to squeeze all these legs down. Good thing I noticed that. Doesn't mean it won't screw up still. Okay, I think I managed to install all these without breaking any legs. That was a close call though. And now I'm just going through the settings and changing all the dip switches here, which are nicely labeled on the original board. MPU switches 1 through 32, 1 through 8, 9 through 16, all the way up to 32. So I'm just going through those, and now I'm getting more text and an image this time. That's intriguing. I'll be right back. Okay, it wasn't an offer to buy a pinball machine at an amazing price, unfortunately. That's what I was hoping that text was. But I was just going to say, people at the good old Stern Electronics factory were also lepping it up when whoever was writing this manual. You got like special light alternation. It's interesting how they spell light as well, by the way. So you can have no special lights on, or light on at a time, which I think they're missing an E there. Light 1 at a time, and all 3 positions alternate. Lights on, lights 1, top light on all the time, bottom 2 alternate. So you're missing a couple E's there. And I let that one slide, but you know, for Quicksilver Special, I wanted to start fresh each ball, so I turned 29 on. Number of specials, I want 1 per ball, so I turned that off on. Well, you heard me doing laundry, so I may as well show you the action. This is the Graisley Garage logo we came up with. Basically just hijacked my logo, put his name on it, because we just weren't, you know, creative and artistic enough to come up with anything on our own. But Mark Arts came through and created this design. So this is brand new shirt, and I literally just washed it and dried it. It was extra large and I had to shrink it a bit. Here it is, the new logo. Graisley Garage, hot rodded out pinball machine. Like Kevin is still into cars, but was way more into cars before. So it ties the whole pinball and the car and the garage ideas all into one nicely. It actually doesn't really make sense. It's like a pop bumper and a garage. What does that all mean? This articulates what the Graisley Garage is much better, and it's pretty friggin' rad. So I finally got my shirt in and my hoodie in. I'm gonna have to shrink my hoodie too, but that's what the back looks like. I am going to try and get these available on Silver Bowl Swag. I got to reach out to them again. I don't think they got my last email or something, and change from this logo to this logo. So if y'all want one, you can get one for yourself. Oh, and I've got the board installed and ready to turn it on. I just want to know what I'm looking for here with these updated ROMs. I want to check what the additional features are. So I'm going to go digging on the interwebs for that and see what I can find. Oh yeah, and check out this shirt I got for Christmas from Jamie's mom. We get the heartbeat. We got the flippers. Pretty cool. I'm looking forward to wearing this one. Okay, I wasn't actually able to find a list of all the updates and improvements on the code, but for the most part, I think it just shows your spinner count in this display somewhere, and potentially when you sweep a drop target bank down, I don't know if it shows up on the display or gives you a lighting effect, but I think it's all about spinners and drop sweeps. So we'll kind of figure that out as we go. I know Quicksilver well enough that I think I'll be able to spot any other differences potentially. But before we do all the fun stuff, we got to move these displays up about 1/4 inch. Last video I wasn't sure that I could do anything about that, but yeah, you can. You just unscrew and rescrew, so we can line up these displays to look a lot nicer. Alright, check this out. This is what we're going to do here. Drill 2 new holes a little bit higher, and we're done. Well, I guess I'll need 4 in total eventually, but okay, so that's all I did. I didn't even put in the screws all the way. I just raised it up a little bit. Looks pretty even on both sides. I can put in the glass and let's see what this looks like. I can let you in on a little secret. I already did the right side. Okay, check this out. How we looking? Yeah, that is much better. Could afford to go up a C hair, you know, but it's way better than it was. So I will drill a couple more holes, throw in the rest of the screws, and call that done. All right, let's turn on the machine. Uh-oh, I hear things that don't sound good. Not sure what that is, but I will be back. Okay, I got some sort of bad news. Put the Meteor ROMs back in. I just didn't connect my soundboard ribbon cables. And I got my 7 non-bongs since audio is disabled, but I'm in attract mode. So I think that we have one of those ROMs for Quicksilver is bad. So I'll stick them back in one more time just to confirm. And once I do, and if it is bad, I'm sure Dave will send me a new set right away from pinballrom.com. Okay, I got the Quicksilver ROMs reinstalled. I'm gonna find out in short order whether this works or not. If that LED just locks on, then we're screwed. Okay. I can confirm one of these ROMs is bad, or is there some jumper I need to do? Some dip switch? I really don't think so. So I'll send a message to Dave and let him know. So I sent a message to Dave, and we're gonna have to just abort the whole original MPU with the updated ROMs for now. So I stuck my Weebly MPU back in, and let's see if things still work, because that would be nice. And then I'm just gonna do a couple tweaks, and we'll see if further episodes are warranted, or if this is going to be the grand finale. So let's see. Okay, check that out. That, my friends, for now is the high score to date. Before, it was just showing 3 zeros, and I managed to fix that by just simply going into the settings. So you just hit this button, you get out of the diagnostics, and then once you get to any number, the first number, then you hit this other button beside it, and that will screw everything up. Well, that's interesting. Okay, don't do that. Okay, back to the first adjustment. I believe that's what this is. As soon as you come out of, you know, your switch test, lamp test, display test, you go into adjustments. And if you hit this button, in theory, it's supposed to clear everything. But that is some very weird stuff that is happening. So, not sure what that's all about. Yeah, so that's an interesting glitch I ran into there. Anyway, I went through the other settings and they seem to be fine, but I'm going to, the bottom line is that my high score to date, being 3 spaced out zeros, is no longer a thing. That's bottom line. I'm just gonna mess around a little bit with my controlled lamps here. My high score to date looks like it needs to go left a little bit. My game over. You know, I found another baffle on my Kings of Steel that I missed, and maybe this one is a little bit bigger, so I think I'll install that. And yeah, I might just tweak those. I don't know, I might even just like remove them, one of the bezels, and see if that makes it better. I mean, it'll be less boxy, but I guess the question is, will the LEDs that are around it illuminate the letters when it's not supposed to be lit? You know what I mean? It's not so much to isolate these bulbs as it is, I think, to prevent the light coming in from around. So I'm gonna just tweak these a little bit and see if I can make them a little better. Okay, so I decided to keep the baffles. I think it's better overall. I put on the bigger one for game over. I extended the high score to date one using some good old electrical tape. And I centered it better, so that's better. And we got our match, we got our shoot again, we got our tilt. Those guys are happy now. Okay, I've decided this is going to be the last episode. There are still a few things on the to-do list. For example, I gotta install my apron cards when I get them. I've got to really go over these pop bumper switches on a slow rolling ball, usually coming from the top. They don't like pop. They're not doing their job. And I have already adjusted them all, but it's still happening. So worst comes to worst, I'll have to buy new switches and just adjust them ever so tightly otherwise. But I've got to mess with those. 3 of the 7 drop targets have managed to fall back down upon resetting, so I need to address that. That I am really, really looking forward to. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to probably flip the playfield upside down on the cabinet and deal with those and the pop bumpers at the same time. And now I got to wait potentially for some new game ROMs so that I can put the original MPU back in. Then I've got a little anti-flicker board that I got from Bigfoot Bruce. It's just a little tiny little daughter board. You pop out the U11 chip, pop this in, and then no more flicker for the LEDs. So that's basically it, and any other thing that I find while playtesting. So there's a little bit more left. I'll do that on my own time. And then I figure I'm going to finish off this video with a gameplay video. I mean, just like not an official tutorial or whatever, but we'll throw the camera on the tripod and just play a game or two to wrap up the video. But one last thing I got to do. So we got to go briefly, I'll try and be brief, through all the expenses here and try and figure out what did it cost me to build this Quicksilver. So start doing the math and getting your guesses ready, because it's going to be all the expenses minus when I traded my crappy Meteor, no, my good Meteor for a crappy Meteor and some cash. That I got $950 for, so we're going to shave that off the bottom dollar. And then selling the leftover Meteor parts, like the playfield, back glass, and lamp panel. If I've got it listed right now for $1,500 for the whole works, build your own Meteor, you know, and if worse comes to worse, I end up with $1,000. We're going to shave that off of the total expenses too, because that I just feel like is part of the equation. You kind of have to factor that in. So I'm pretty certain I have missed a lot of stuff, but it's hard to keep track of everything, but I think I did a pretty good job. Like I said, it started day one from finding this playfield for $75. Then I ordered the back glass right away, $370 plus 70 for customs, and that was saving me 50 US for picking it up, being a show special, and saving like, I don't know, $100 for shipping. So saved a lot of money on that, but it's still expensive. Plastic set, $270 Canadian, shipped from Marco. That was the only option available, and I'm happy to have had it. Circuit boards, they all basically came from the donor machine, as long as I can get that original MPU up and running. The displays I got out of my stash, I paid for them. I don't know what I paid, but I think, you know, about $150 for the 4 7-digit displays sounds reasonable. $200 for full flipper kits from Pinball Life. Kevin's work to restore the shitty Meteor, including powder coating and paint and whatever miscellaneous other stuff, that ended up being $2,705. Spinner parts, which I didn't end up using those 2 spinner blanks, I used the decals, but I have to charge those to Quicksilver because I don't know if they'll ever end up anywhere else, and I have them if I ever need them, but I gotta charge them to Quicksilver. $196 for the lamp panel, which is fair because I've seen other options available and they were more money. $225 for the stencil kit from Pinball Pimp. Then we got some miscellaneous hardware, levelers, bolts, leg tees, all new leg tees. You know what? Those technically came with the Meteor deal, so kind of got to cross that off because I didn't actually pay for those. That was part of the whole Meteor swap. We got some head bolts, a ball, and I don't know exactly what I technically paid for the Meteor donor machine, because if you watched episode 1, there's a lot of wheeling and dealing and stuff that happened. I just completely lost track. I have no idea. So I'm just going to write it down as a pretty reasonable $1,500 value as to what I think I might have paid for it. And then we got some cleaners, Novus. My Titan rubber order was $115, but then I used a whole bunch of post rubbers on top of that. So add another $30-ish for that. Those post rubbers are kind of pricey. $198 for my Marco order, which is all the yellow posts, lane guys, flipper bats, pop bumper parts, and coin door decals, one of which I did not use for the start button. I got pop bumper caps and some sleeves through Roger at Pinball Resource. So I figure those were about $35. The sleeves were about $15, because I did change the sleeves on everything in this machine. We got a fuse holder and a fuse for the solenoid driver, which is like maybe $5. Star rollovers, $5. Repinning. I did a lot of repinning, a lot of terminals, and some housings. $50, maybe actually shy, but it's probably all right. Full LED job, it's probably safe to say $150. We got the picture wire for the lamp panel, $7 on Amazon. That was a good deal. I replaced all the missing capacitors and all the switches, a few bucks for that. The lamp sockets, some of which I bought off Corey, some I had in stock, we'll call that $50. Miscellaneous, because I know I'm forgetting stuff, we'll call that $100. Probably should put it at $200, but oh well. There's the sleeves. I think I did 7 of them. Slingshots, out hole, saucer, pop bumpers. I think that's all. Brand new cabinet switches, probably $10 each. New piece of glass for the playfield. Game ROMs from Dave, $30. Custom apron cards, $20. High voltage parts like What are all the high voltage parts I use? I don't know, 20 bucks, whatever. So, what else am I missing? Do you think I got it all? What do you think? You guys are savvy little shenaniganders, so if you think I missed anything significant, let me know. But it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna round up here, round down, I'll round somewhere. But I've got all the major components. I don't think I missed anything major, right? So, what's your guess? Well, here is the grand total. And this is me being leppy about things and being very conscientious of how I spend money and, you know, getting my buddy Jeff Knight to pick up the back glass for me in Michigan and all that kind of stuff. Collaborating on orders with other people to save on shipping. I leapt it up. But still, almost $7,000. I thought, hey, I got a playfield for 75 bucks. I'm going to build a cheap Quicksilver. No, that is not true. But, like I said, since I traded the one Meteor for the other and I got 950 bucks, I think it's reasonable to kind of knock that off. And then if I sell the Meteor leftovers for 1,000, this is what we arrive at. We're going to call it $5,000, boys and girls. That's what I'm going to call it. And that is roughly what it cost me once I sell leftovers to build this Quicksilver. So if you factor it in like that, that ain't so shabby, eh? So let's give this game a play and wrap up this series. All right, let's see how this looks. Got the camera right in my neck. It ain't going to help my gameplay skills, that's for sure. We got a friggin' Quicksilver in the house. Pretty friggin' sweet. Okay, let's give her a go. Hopefully the audio is loud enough. I kind of blew off the playfield, but I see there's still a little bit of crust here. I'm gonna have to give that a more thorough wipe down. Okay, that was me watching the ball through the camera. Don't do that, there's a little delay. Oh yeah, I gotta show you, I really hope I remember, what happens when you actually spell Quicksilver. I know on the old MPU, I set it so that spelling Quicksilver or collecting special, oh that was interesting, is worth a 100,000 points, which is pretty sweet. You can do that on like game like Stars. It makes that special worth going for, and it makes the whole game. It's freaking awesome. Okay, why am I going for unlit spinners? Let's light some spinners with some shatsage. That's what you gotta do in this game. You gotta go shat yourself, light some spinners, rip some spinners, and in the interim, go for some saucers, build up your drop target values, and crush some drops while you're at it. You can build up those drop targets to 20,000 a drop. I've already got them up to 10,000 because I've hit the saucer twice now, and I believe that value carries from ball to ball. So also, so does your bonus multiplier. So I need that one last drop target on the right side so I can lock that in for the next ball. And if I miss early, then I'll just hit the lit spinner, and that's fine too. Oh, just like that. And let's go a little later. Secure that 2x. So I got my 2x. It's kind of hard to see. It's a little, shows up weird. Maybe the bulb is being a little intermittent, but I think that's more a product of the flicker factor. Okay, so now let's go for, More saucer. This saucer kickout is sketchy. It's been okay thus far, but I also gotta get some Quicksilver letters going. Let's go up top. See if I can get a Q or a C. No, I got the I again. And there's the non-popping pop that I was talking about. That is a 15,000 point drop target. So let's go with more drops on the right. Try and get that 3x. Wow. I had to fight that. Okay. Alright, well, let's go max out this friggin' saucer if I can then. Oh, don't stuff myself. Pick up some letters. Oh, I wonder if the letters, the Quicksilver letters, I think they start fresh every ball. That makes it especially difficult. I need that C. Oh my god, I actually got it. I'm pretty friggin' close. I need IL on the top left, right about here. And I need a V right around here. Stuff is starting to happen. I need a few more bonus advances, and then I can lock in the super value in the middle for 75,000. One more drop target on the right to get my 3x going. So let's try that. Maybe pick off some Quicksilver letters in the process. Well, there's the 3x. I don't really know how sensitive my tilt is, so I haven't really cranked too hard on this game yet. Oh my god. You see that? Oh, come on, I hit that eye. Ooh, now that is how you rip a spinner on Quicksilver. There we go. I'm one letter away. That's a fun shot. I just need the V. Give me a free pop bumper V hit. Don't you dare. Whew. Wow, this is... I'm like one more shot away from getting my super bonus. One more shot away from maxing my drop targets. One more letter away from spelling Quicksilver. Oh my god, I'm going to try and backhand this off the pop bumpers into the V. Didn't miss that one by much. I'm going to try that again if it gives me a chance. Because the values of Quicksilver reset between balls, I think I have to cheat on this one for you so you can see the effect. Okay, so that lights the specials. I was going to try and collect a special to see if it's worth 100,000, but that's cheating. Although that one target is cheating, but that's okay. I'm going to, just in case it gives me the effect here, I'm going to zoom out. And let's see what happens when I drain. Is it going to do the thing? Is it going to do the thing? No, it's not. Okay, you know what? I think the thing is going to happen at the end of the game. So that's kind of neat. Well, I really wish I did that legit, but hey, look, that locked in my super bonus, I guess. Maybe that last target. Huh, what do you know? So this score is definitely not legit. It's already the high score to date. I'm at 745,000. But you know, either way, still a good game. Still playing well. And let's try and max out these drop target values. There it is. Fluke that one in. Go for this kick out. Okay. So I'm currently at 766,000. So let's hit some drops and see how quick I can build that score up. I'd like my 4x actually. Got it. Got that 75,000 locked in. So that's 75 times 4, 300,000 coming. Oh, I almost got to the 7th digit. Be the first time seeing that in actual gameplay. Last ball. Got 75,000 times 4, so I'm going to guarantee get my 7th digit. But let's have a good last ball here. Come on, let's go with a bang. Don't you dare. Whew. Some drops. Come on. I'm at 995. 996. There it is. 1 million. We got 7 digits. Don't you dare. Ooh. Ah. Dead pop again. Okay, let's try and get my cute little pink 5X going. Boom. Just like that. 2 for the price of 1. Oh, that was a great nudge to save that in the right out lane. Followed by a nice rip and a backdoor last drop target on the bank there. It's my favorite shot in the game. Another dead friggin' pop. That annoys me. So what happens if I go in the saucer? Probably nothing. There's a chance I could spell Quicksilver. Let's try that backhand strat again. Just need to get some pop action. Fluke some of those letters. Oh, or an accidental backhand to the lit spinner. Okay, check this out. We might get the effect now. Where's the effect? What? We didn't get the effect? What happened? It left us hanging. Damn you, Quicksilver. We're supposed to go with a bang. Alright, anyway, that was fun. We'll see you guys on the next series.